I remember back in 2017, I was living in South Florida at this time. This was when Hurricane Irma was about to hit the state of Florida. Hurricane Irma was like was it a category, I think it was a category 4 at that time, if I'm not mistaken. But it was a very powerful storm, one of the more powerful storms that we've had in a long time. And it was a huge storm that was going to cover the whole state of Florida. So at first I wasn't going to evacuate, but then at the last minute, I chose to evacuate. And so what I did was, me and my brother, my brother was like, "Hey, bro, we gonna head to Bama. Let's head to Bama. I'll drive." All right, cool. So I hopped in with my brother, and we slid here to Bama to visit my hometown, and all that. So we went to Bama last minute. We didn't stay that long. I think we were like in and out. I think we stayed there like a day or so, and then we was back out, headed back to South Florida. So one night, I think it was like the same night we got there, me and one of my best friends, we decided to go to the park. Now, if you from where I'm from, then you would know that we've always been kind of sort of segregated. We had what you call, well, it was the north side of town and the south side of town, which was also called the black folk side and the white folk side. So the north side of town, which is the black folk side, wasn't as nice, but when you cross the track and come over into the white folk side of town, which is the south side of town, really nice. Nothing but nice houses over there. So we had 2 parks. The black folks park and the white folks park. So me and one of my best friends, we decided to go over to what you call the white folks park. So it didn't close until 11 o'clock that night. And it was around about 9:50, somewhere up in there, 10 o'clock when we got there. So I think it had just hit 10 o'clock. So the park still had an hour before it closed. So my brother called me like earlier that day, was like, "Hey, you want to go to the park and do some praying?" I said, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." I'm talking about, because we're spiritual people, I'm talking about, and so yeah, let's go to the park and do some praying. And so all right, cool. So when we go to the park, we do our praying or whatever, and while we there, we're facing this way, and we see no. You know what? No. Our car was facing this way. So as when we're outside and we standing up, we just standing up and we praying or whatever. We just and then after that, we just got to talking and just just really vibing or whatever. And so we see, next thing you know, we see this big Suburban that passes by us. And I guess it was, it was a white guy, and I guess it was, I don't know, I guess he was the manager of the park or something like that. I don't know. I don't know who he was, but whoever he was, he must have had some type of authority over that park. So he passes by us in a Suburban, and I guess because he sees 2 black guys, he passes by us. he turns around and then, he turns around and he just flashes his lights. He keeps the truck on and he just stops and he just sits there and he has the lights on us. He flashes the lights on us. And I'm just like, what is he doing? So me and my best friend, we looking like, what is he doing? Why does he have the lights on us like this, man? Like, what do we do? We ain't committed no type of crimes or nothing. Like, what's going on? So I said we stood there for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and then he still had the lights on us, just sitting there. So I said, all right, hey, bro, we might let's go. You know what I'm talking about? Because this guy, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I don't know what's up with this guy. Let's go ahead and let's move out. So he's like, yeah, let's roll. I agree. So we get back in the car, and my best friend driving. He driving. So as we're going out of the park, we see a police car coming in the park, passing by us, going inside the park. So we leave. We make a left, and then we make another left on another road. And so next thing you know, we see the police car coming up behind us. So I said, yeah. So I had a feeling. I said, man, this police officer he finna put the lights on us. I said, man, watch what I tell you. That's what I had told my best friend at that time. I said, hey, he finna put the lights on us. Watch. You see that police car? You see that police car behind us? He was like, yeah. He looked out the rear view. He was like, yeah. I said, I bet you any kind of money. How much you want to bet that he getting ready to put the lights on us? So we make a right. We get a stop sign. We make a right turn. I said, man, how much you want to bet that he about to put the lights on us? All right, cool. As soon as we make that right, as soon as we hit the stop sign and make that right at the stop sign or whatever, he turned behind us and boom, put the lights on us. I said, I knew it. So this time, I'm really aggravated this time because we didn't commit any crimes. We just went out there just to say a prayer for the town, say a prayer for the city, say a prayer for our families or whatever. That's all we was doing. That's all we were doing. So, but he put the lights on us. They pulled us over. We haven't committed no crimes, no nothing. So I'm so freaking frustrated by this time because it's like, man, I'm sick of this, man. I'm sick of being racially profiled as a black man. I'm sick of it. So, and it must have been the Lord's will that I wasn't in the driver's seat that night because some things would have went down. You know what I'm saying? Or I would have said something. I would have really spoke my mind that night had I been in the driver's seat. So he gets, so he pulls us over. He gets out the car and he was like, hey, how y'all doing? Can I get your license, your registration, and proof of insurance, and blah blah. And he was like, so my friend gives it to him. So gives him his license and all that, give him what he asked for. So he was like, well, what are you guys doing? What were you guys doing at the park? And I wanted so bad to say, what do you mean? We wasn't doing nothing at the park. Like, what crimes have we committed for you to be asking for our license? You know what I'm saying? But I said it was just a great thing that I wasn't driving that night. Like, it was just, man, it was a great thing that I wasn't driving that night. Because had I been driving, I would have just been like, okay, why are you asking for my license? I don't have to give you my license. We haven't committed any type of crimes. We were at the park. The park doesn't close, from my understanding, the park doesn't close till 11 o'clock. It was only 10 o'clock. We still had another hour before it closed. And I would have asked them, okay, now, had we been some white guys, would y'all have pulled us over? Had we been some white guys, would this person have turned around and just sat there in his truck and looked at us with the lights flashing in our face? Would you guys have done this if we were white? I don't think they would. See, the thing about it is, I say this all the time. I don't hate white people at all, but I do hate white privilege. And it's just, I was just so aggravated that night. And I thank the Lord to this day that it wasn't me driving that night, because I'd have spoke my mind. You know, but you know what I'm saying? My bro, he complied with the officer, and and after that we said, he said they talked amongst themselves a few more words, and then boom, he let us go. And I'm just like, man, all of that was so unnecessary. You know what I'm talking about? Like, was that necessary, man? So, which is another example of us as black people, especially as black men, even though you know you have rights, you just want to make it home. This is Alabama we talking about, one of the most racist states in America, one of the most racist states in the world. Do you want to go jail, or do you want to go home? It's your boy Southern Cal. Gone.